Hello there. Welcome to another episode of Boyce's Bricks and Bits.
Today we're going to compare the 2012 model, set number 10225.
And with the 2021 model, set number 75308. The new model retails at $179.99, that's in pounds, and $199.99 in dollars. The original, well, I say the original, the last R2 model, which was in 2012, retailed at £149.99 or $179.99 in dollars.
So £30 up from the original.
Inflation wise, I kind of done a bit of research and it wasn't too bad. It was 7.1p per piece back then. And you know, earlier this year it worked out at 7.8p per piece. I mean, people worry about how much per piece, but you know, I'm not that fussed. I kind of, if I like the model, I'll buy it, because I was a bit apprehensive about this initially, and the more I looked at it, I thought it did look good, and actually I'm glad I did, because actually the build was wonderful, and you know, even just putting it together and the gizmos, it's awesome.
Original set had 2,127 pieces compared to the 2,314 that the new one has.
I believe there was another.
That's not possible.
Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
Nope, I still think this one's better.
Let's first do a comparison.
Nope, this is definitely better.
I'm not doing this right now.
This is definitely better.
No, no, no! Unlimited power! Right, let's clear this mess up, and I'll be right back. Okay, I never like sharing my floor space anyway. Right, so I mean, do you know what? I got this second hand. I mean, back when I was trying to get hold of this, they were going for about 300-400 quid brand new in boxes and that, and I just thought I wasn't going to pay that much for it. It just, I don't know, it just felt a bit too much, and you never know what sort of condition you're going to get the box in, and especially on eBay, that's my main place that I trust, because at least I know I can get some kind of money back from it. But I think I picked it up probably a little bit cheaper than what this was retailing at brand new. Now, you know, I have to say it was one of my favourite models, and still is one of my favourite models. I think, you know, this little old R2 unit is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely loved it. And when they said they were going to bring out another one, I was kind of like, well, you know, what's wrong with this one? How can they make it better? I believe I was very, very, very wrong. When I actually finally got this, put it together, just the little gadgets, gizmos, the thing, you know, how it operates, even the mechanism, because this one drove me insane. You know, I was wondering if it was something that I'd done wrong. You know, just even this little lever in the back, you just touch it and the leg flies out, and that's another problem, because if you got it right, stay, right, there you go. So, you know, once you kind of get it into this position, you get the foot out, right? Now that's got to lock in. Okay, as you can see, it does. Maybe it's the age of it, I don't know, but it does finally lock in. Yeah, that's why I've never ever you know, fingered it this way. It does, I have got it to stay before, but at this moment in time it's not behaving itself. And I think that was my annoyance with this model, is the fact that, and even if you did have it get it to stay, you just touch the back and it just kind of flops forward. It's just like, okay, let's not do that. Where this new version, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. So this new one, leg folds up, all you do with it is you lift it up, kick it forward, locked in, there you go. No problem whatsoever. I just feel like the design of it, you know, the way the techniques, everything inside it works, is just so much better. You know, don't get me wrong, this has got all the little options where, you know, his little tool bits open up, and this is what I'm talking about. Stay. Okay, you know, where his little tool bits come out, and you've got little twist levers in the back, little twist mechanism. Nope, you have one not want to come out. Oh, silly me. So yeah, so there's this little cutting tool. There you go. So that all sort of pops out from there. It's, you know, it's, I have to say I do love it, but I've been waiting to do this video just so I could put this model away. You know, 2R2, it's just taking up space. You know, with new stuff coming out and everything, you got to kind of recycle the Legos, put them away. I don't want to sell stuff. I'm not that interested. I'd rather kind of keep it back, and one day when the little guy's older, he might want to build things. He might get some space and shelves up and want to put some stuff up, and you know, it's all going to kind of go down to him at the end of the day. So this one, you know, I'm not going to start getting all the little gadgets and gizmos out and start playing with it now, because we're going to have a closer look at it anyway. You know, I've spoken about the price, I've spoken about the piece count, but do you know what? Even just as far as the display, I mean, that's cool. It's a nice little display, but I do like this sort of 50th Lucasfilm, like, you know, anniversary type styly. It's quite nice. And even from the graphics, from the, you know, the graphics to the box, that's kind of like where it was at. I like this sort of darker, sort of, I don't know, cleaner look anyway. It's just something that I do like. And then obviously it's shows you the options and some sort of pictures referenced into R2. I mean, R2 for me is probably one of the most heroic characters, and probably for many, you know, one of the most heroic characters throughout Star Wars. Features in every film. I mean, without R2, I just feel like the rebellion would have lost, and I'm sure everybody else feels the same. But even the booklets, you know, because you kind of get it, like the original one was, you know, you get these, like, all these different booklets, so like, you know, 1, 2, 3 to kind of put it together. But then, you know, the newer one is just, again, it's just that cleaner look. You know, it's got some information inside about, you know, R2, how you know, how he was kind of like put together and stuff. Just like, you know, info, and just putting it together is just, it was just sublime. You know, again, it still remains one of my favourite models. Always will do. Do you know what I do love this picture. See a little close up. There you go. It's a little picture of Kenny just peering out of the top of it. Awesome. You know, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved it. So yeah. So anyway, I fluffed around a bit. Let's take a closer look at R2. So just taking a closer look, and what you got there, you got the plaque. Again, some nice little information on there. Typical of the UCS sets. I think it's, you know, I like this bit at the end, just sort of, you know, the 50th of, like, 50 years of Lucasfilm. And R2 himself now. So you saw earlier how the mechanism worked with R2, which is really, really easy. In Empire Strikes Back, where Luke crashes into the bogs, and R2 kind of is underwater and his little camera comes out. So I mean, it comes out a few times throughout the films, I'm sure, but you know, it's kind of like got that little bit. And this bit, which relates to obviously Return of the Jedi, I think is absolutely awesome. So, you know, it pops out, and you know, like when they're on Jabba's barge and he shoots out the little the lightsaber to Luke as he's on one of the I suppose, are they speeders? I always forget what they're called, but you know, just before he like gets about to get pushed into the Sarlacc pit. It's like, yeah, absolutely. It's just nice little touches. The fact that they fitted these little things into the build, I thought was really, really cool. Again, that just goes back on there. Oh, have I got that the wrong way? I think I got that the wrong way. Got to put it in the right way. There we go. Happy days. So once again, you've got the little compartments that open up, but this time they're push buttons. So it just pushes out for you to be able to pull them out as such. And again, these bits, you know, it's very samey in a sense, but I think the mechanisms don't get stuck as much. Those little twisty ones, a slight bit of movement and it gets stuck inside. But you know, with these ones, it's a little bit more manual, I suppose, in the sense of that you push it in through the back, but once you pop it in, the button pops back out, which works really well. So you know, really quite pleased with just how that all, and it's just so much smoother, just the curves around, you know, around the head. Obviously the other one is that classic model for me, but it's very bricky, very bricky, where this one does have a lot more smoothness to the finish, you know, a lot more rounding off, generally, as you can kind of see from the whole thing. See, there's the back, there's the button, the sort of push buttons. I was talking about. Head sits nicely. Believe it or not, when I actually went to move this one time, I dropped it and it weren't that bad to put back together. It kind of survived the fold. The head was the main thing that came off, and I had to kind of put back a little bit together. But I'm sure I don't want to test it again, because, you know, I think I was just particularly lucky that time. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just wicked. You know, I think it's superb. I do prefer you know, kind of like leaning it in that sort of position. And look, even just then, I done that sort of a bit cack-handed to the side, and still, you know, his front leg came out properly. It's still balanced. You know, it's not falling over. It's not, you know. And the other one, I don't know. I was just scared to leave it like that. In the event you brush past something, or the slightest thing, or even if it just releases itself, it's just going to flop forward. Well, this one really does kind of lock itself in. Yeah, wonderful model. I mean, any Star Wars fan, if you haven't got this, you should have this. You know, I'd almost question, why would you not? It really is an improvement to the other model. Just the little touches, the details, the lightsaber hidden in it. Do you know what I mean? The little camera bit that kind of pops up. I mean, yeah, why would you not get this? Honestly, get it now before it retires, because I mean, I can't see them bringing a new one out every 5-10 years or so. This could well be it as far as a R2 model. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more new films coming out in the future. You know, Lego's going to move on to other types of stuff. They're not going to keep bringing out the same ones over and over again. But this is definitely an improvement on the last one. I think that earlier on I sort of spoke about there being another, and it was like this I think it was like when it was like Lego Systems or something, like very early on in the Star Wars Lego builds, there was like a Technics R2, and I think there might have been a C-3PO as well. I think you probably can find them on eBay or get them out there second hand, and that possibly brand new if people have hoarded them away. But I don't really like the models. You know, for me, I kind of want a bit more of, you know, fully looking, you know, robot in a sense. So, you know, definitely get this. If you've got some points with Lego, get it. If not, honestly, it'll be discounted here and there anyway, so you'll be able to pick it up for 140, 150 and so on. But yeah, you know, if you like the vid, please like and subscribe. Any feedback's always appreciated, and I wish you all to have a very nice day. Take care.